What's good, y'all? So today we back at it with a special Long Beach edition. As you can see, we on campus with it. So if y'all see any pedestrians or people walking by, they just regular people. Yeah, so I usually like shooting videos here. It's low-key good, getting fresh air, walking around and shit. So I might start making this the home studio, the home little field, or whatever you want to call it. But today is exciting because today I'm gonna talk about how I usually stay motivated, how I stay inspired, and just in case anybody else needs that little extra push wherever you are in life. And then secondly, the other half, I'm going to talk about why I think you should invest into the stock market. And then, but this is mainly for my people though, you feel me? So yeah, but usually before I start, just want to get it out the way that if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do subscribe, because I am going to be posting weekly content and stuff. So and then listen to my latest EP if you haven't. Dreams Last Forever is for sure out there on all platforms. It's solid, but the second tape is for sure finna be nice. I'm telling y'all, man, the second tape is finna be it. But secondly, yeah, if you haven't listened to the EP, make sure you do that. But usually I just want to talk about how I stay motivated, how I stay inspired. So basically, when I'm like making music, the process of me making music, I don't want to go record or nothing if I'm not feeling like the energy. And what I mean by feeling the energy is like if I don't have no inspiration or nothing to just like go into the studio and have something to talk about, because I don't like going in there and talking about nothing. Like when I first start recording, I'm freestyling, and I'm freestyling based on whatever's on my mind. So, and I always talk about this with my homies. Like when I be watching Drake interviews and stuff, he be talking about how he channels like the energy and the stuff that he go through in life and channel that through his music. So that's usually what I'm trying to do when I'm going into the studio. It's like, okay, all my feelings that I'm feeling in life, like, cause all these emotions that we feel, everybody feels them. Like it's not normal for you to have an emotion and then, you know, nobody else is gonna be feeling what you feeling. Like everybody has human emotions and stuff. So I feel like when I go into the studio, I'm going in and I'm looking at, okay, like I try to think about everything that I'm going through, everything that I've been through, and then I try to relate it to everybody else too, so they can start listening to my music and stuff. And y'all trying to be in the video? Y'all trying to say what's up to the video? You want to say what's up to the video?
What's the video for?
I'm doing a YouTube video. I make music and stuff, and then I'm doing YouTube videos like every week, just talking about whatever. If you want to say hi, you can say hi. It's recording right now. You want to introduce your name?
Oh yeah, my name is Cece.
You go here.
Yeah, I go here.
What else should I say?
Whatever you want. You can introduce yourself, tell them what you do.
My name is Cece and I'm high school senior. Let's be upcoming. Oh, can I see me? Let's be upcoming freshman, and I'm just looking at the campus right now.
Okay. You want to shout out your social media?
You can follow me on Instagram, Cece the Princess, no dot, CECETHE Princess. Yeah.
Bet.
Do you have Instagram?
Yeah, I do. It's
What's your take on Long Beach? Because we're just visiting. She got accepted here, and so we're just visiting a few of the schools she got into. So I don't need to like.
No, you good. You good.
So what's your take on Long Beach? Like, what does it have to offer? Like,
what major is she?
She's undecided.
Okay, so I'm business marketing, and I think the program here was pretty good for business. It's just the accounting classes was hard and stuff, but I learned a lot. But the main thing for Long Beach was I made a lot of connections. Because when I came here, I worked 3 campus jobs: the bookstore, the rec, and then it's one by the pyramid that I worked. So mainly, I just made a lot of connections. I feel like it's good if you just get involved in programs and stuff. And no matter what college you go to, I'm in my 4th year. I'm about to graduate. This is my last semester.
Oh, congratulations!
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah, but wherever you go, just make sure you get involved into something, just to meet people. And later in life, you're gonna need a lot of connections for sure.
Were you in the BSU?
No, I didn't. I went to a couple of meetings, but I wasn't really feeling it, like the people. Yeah, but I definitely, the other BSU programs are good too.
What kind of advice would you give to incoming freshmen, like as far as college and just like?
Honestly, just explore different stuff, because Do you think, like, have you found anything that you super interested in, or you just?
I want to major in nursing and like Black Studies. Well, maybe a minor in Black Studies, but I might focus on nursing.
Okay, yeah, because when I came in, I changed my major like 3 times.
What was the first major?
My first one was accounting, and then I went to. It was all within business though, so it was accounting.
That's hard too.
Yeah, it was hard. So it was accounting, and then it went into management, and then I ended up with marketing. So I just like explored different things, and then that's how I found like what I'm interested in, just by trying different stuff. So honestly, just explore. If nursing is what you're interested in, then by all means do it. But if you're thinking about other stuff, I would definitely try it out and experiment with it just in case, because you never know like what you might find interest in or passion in. So yeah.
Is it diversity?
It's not a lot of Black students, but it's more coming in. Like since my freshman year, it's improved, but it's still, the ratio is still low. But you have a lot of whites and Asians here mainly. So, but you'll meet people for sure. Like you'll meet people. Like I said, the rec center before the pandemic and stuff, it was booming. Like a lot of people would go and work out, and that's how I met the majority of my friends at the rec center. So, do you play sports or anything or work out?
I play volleyball. I think about playing like club volleyball.
Yeah, they
not
have
into like the whole college sport.
Well, yeah, if you whenever you have time, like I definitely recommend the rec center. It's a lot of people that just in there to talk. You can chill and do homework and stuff. If you go here, what else are you thinking about? What other school you think about?
Santa Barbara or Santa Cruz, UC Santa Cruz.
Okay, yeah, I haven't been there, so I don't know how those. I don't know how those are.
Yeah, this is our last school. We've been to all of her schools so far, and this is the last one. So after this, she's gonna have to make her decision.
Yeah. Now this campus is for sure nice though. Like it's one of the nicest Cal State campuses in my opinion.
What made you pick Long Beach?
This is the only school I got accepted to. I applied to San Diego State, Santa Barbara, and none of them accepted me. And in Santa Cruz, I got waitlisted, and then they ended up denying me. So Long Beach was the only one I got accepted to.
Do you like it though?
Yeah, for sure. It's cool. It's cool. Did y'all go to upper campus and stuff?
No, we actually didn't have a plan. We just came. We just been walking around, and like we parked by the Amazon pickup center.
Okay.
That's where we started, and then we just came down this way.
Yeah. So y'all started on upper campus.
Oh, that's upper campus.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Did y'all see like all the classrooms and stuff up there, or did y'all just come straight down
We
here?
just came straight down here.
Yeah, it's nice on upper campus too. If y'all want to go, y'all have to go back up there when y'all go to your car, right? Yeah. If y'all just walk around and stuff, it's a lot of nice buildings that they have for each departments and stuff.
How was housing here, like the dorms and stuff?
It was cool. I actually dormed my freshman year. It's expensive. That's why I only did it 1 year, but it was cool. I met a lot of people there too. The RAs is usually chill. It was actually fun, but just the dining hall was. You might get tired of that food. They don't have no kitchens and stuff in the dorms, and the dorms are pretty small. They're not like a big size. And then if you don't have a single room, you're probably sharing a bathroom with like it depends where you are, but if you but they have Parkside, that's where I was. You're probably sharing a bathroom with like a total of 2, 4, 6, 8, probably like 12 people, and then they only have 2 showers.
I think it was the one time we looked at it. Was it Parkside?
I think it was Hillside and Parkside that we looked at, but I think Parkside was the better one.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah, so they have 3. It's 2 here, and then there's one off campus called Beachside. So that's like a mile away from here.
That's the 30-minute walk one?
Yeah. That's
Yeah, but they have shuttles. But they run like I think every 15 minutes. So you just got to make sure, like if you have class in the morning, you got to be on an early one or something. But I would recommend to live on campus at least for a year for sure.
How's your relationship with the professors and stuff?
Some of them, it depends. Like in the business department, I made like a good connection. I had a good connection actually with one of my Black professors, my only Black professor in the business field. But I mean, a lot of them, it was just they're here to do the work and then that's it. But a good majority of them, they'll help you out if you need help. If you want to talk to them about anything, you go to their office hours and stuff. They're pretty open.
Are classes like big or how like what would you say?
So the lecture sizes, which are the biggest sizes they have here, would probably be from 100 to 130 maybe. But I'm not sure if they're gonna change that because of the pandemic. If they're gonna make them smaller when they come back. But the smaller size ones, like your seminars, it's like 30 to 35 people. Those are the more like hands-on, interactive ones. So yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Yeah. Have you got accepted to anywhere else?
I got accepted to Santa Barbara, Santa Cruz, San Jose, CSU, East Bay, and
And then this is the last one y'all visited?
Yeah.
So have y'all came to a conclusion yet?
She's not sure.
So far, I don't want to go to San Jose just because it's like too close. But the campus is nice. The closest I'll consider is Santa Cruz. It's like an hour from where I stay. So that's not bad.
What area y'all from?
Bay Area.
Oh, okay.
Like, well, she lives in Oakland, East Bay, and we live in Vegas now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad I went here. Like, I'm glad that this was the only one that accepted me because it was cool. It was for sure cool.
Where are you from?
I'm from Downey. It's like 25 minutes from here, 20 minutes. So it's not too far. But it's cool here for sure. I'm not sure about how good their nursing program is though, but.
Oh, they're number 2 in the state, number 1 in the state, number 2 in the nation.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I did my research.
Yeah.
I was helping her, but yeah, this school is like out of the one she got into has the best nursing program. If she decides to do nursing.
Yeah, it's cool here for sure. Like, you wouldn't be making a bad choice if you went here. So, I think you'll like it.
Is this like a party school?
The parties is alright. They alright. It depends. Like, if you thinking about joining a sorority or anything?
Yeah.
Okay, then
or
yeah.
Later on. Oh, I don't know how. Yeah, I did plan on.
Yeah, I wasn't really involved in frat life. My freshman year when I was dormant, I've been to a couple frat parties. It's not nothing I want to do because it was just mainly like a lot of people drinking alcohol and stuff. And I don't go there for that. I go there to dance and have a good time, you feel me? But it depends what your style is and what you're looking for in the party, so.
How was the transition from high school to college? I'm sorry, I'm asking one.
No, you good. I could talk about this all day. Well, what's up?
How was the transition from high school to college?
It was cool. It was low key hard at first because I was living at home, and then freshman year I just started dorming, so I had all of this freedom that I never had at home. So it was kind of like my first 2 semesters, I had to withdraw from a class, and then I ended up failing one class. Accounting was the one that I failed, but it wasn't even the professor's fault. It was just me. Like I was missing class. It's so easy to miss class when you on campus. Like it's so easy to sleep in. It's so easy to do something else and hang out with your friends. And that was hard transition because I'm like, okay, I got to stay focused so I could graduate. Especially in 4 years, I wasn't trying to be here longer than 4 years. But it was. You just have to have like responsibility and stuff. As long as you do that, then it's gonna be. It was just the dining hall, like I said. Transitioning from home cooked meals to the dining hall food is kind of like I'm missing out. But yeah, that's the main thing. I wish they had a kitchen in the dorms though. That would have been
Play
cool.
sports?
Nah, I used to play basketball in high school, and at the rec center I hoop, but like for a workout. I don't take it serious or nothing. But I used to play basketball in high school. Yeah. Nice.
What's like one key thing you learned while being here?
To make connections. Like if you have time to work, if you're gonna work, I would for sure recommend like a job on campus. The students that you make connections with is gonna be like lifelong connections. Like if you ever get in trouble or something, you got a lawyer to call. If you ever unhealthy, you got a doctor to call. Like you make a lot of connections. And then even the supervisors that hire you and stuff, they know people and they know people. Like the guy who hired me at the rec was a black guy. He doesn't work here anymore. He retired, but he played in the NBA and stuff. He went here and played basketball here. His name is Glenn. And him doing that, and then that's how I got my second job because his wife also works on campus. So he plugged me with his wife, and then started working on campus there. Then you just make connections that you wouldn't even think of. So for sure, like even if when you have class, like just talk to people, be interactive and stuff, and it's cool. You'll meet a lot of people.
Were you nervous
when I
come in?
I was lucky excited because my year that I came in, they did a week of welcome at the dorms. So we moved in a week before school started. So we had a whole week at the dorms without school. So we was getting used to it when we didn't even have to go to class. So that was super lit. And I met my roommate. Then we made friends in the dorms. We started hanging out. And because they usually put you, like in my dorms, there was majority business majors. So you guys probably gonna have like the same classes. Y'all gonna see each other in class. Y'all can help each other with your homework and stuff. So that's what made me more comfortable real quick was dorming and making friends there. But like I said, dorming is expensive. So after you do it, if you do it for after the year, you're probably gonna want to move out to an apartment or something and save money because the dorming is expensive. It's only expensive because of the meal plan.
Yeah.
You don't have a kitchen, so you have to eat. You have to eat. Yeah, exactly. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. Like you don't have a choice to say no. I don't want the meal plan.
Yeah.
They make you get the meal plan.
Yeah.
So,
Do you feel like you have support?
Yeah, mainly. I do know a lot of people in the Black Student Union, but I'm not involved in it though. but I knew like the president and stuff. And the black people here are very, very supportive. Like, they're more than just your friends. They really try to help you. If you ever need something, like you could reach out to them with no problem. And, you know, in terms of the counselors and professors, it's kind of mixed. It depends what department you're in. Like, for the business, for some of them, I'm not gonna say specifically, but some of them, they do try to keep you here. They'll tell you to take classes, and you know, they really don't be trying to help you and stuff. Because if you here paying tuition, they get paid. So that's the end of the day what it is. But you do have your selective ones who do care about students and will help you like anything you need. Literally, life counselors. If you need to talk to them about anything, you can. Like it's very supportive here for sure. So it wouldn't be a wrong choice. I'm telling you, it's cool.
And what's your name? We didn't catch your name.
I'm Terrell.
Terrell?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Thank
Nice
you.
to meet you too.
I'm Cece.
Cece? Nice to meet you. Yeah. Yeah, I have a friend who's from the Bay Area. He goes here. He's
Yeah, I
from,
see that as well.
yeah. He was living out here before the pandemic. He had an apartment and stuff. He went to community college before. So he only been here for, I think it's his second year so far. But he's back in the Bay right now because of the pandemic and stuff, so.
It'll be interesting to see how they do with the incoming freshmen.
Yeah. Are they saying if they're going to go back traditional or anything? Or?
I don't really know.
Yeah.
I have to like make my decision first and then see. But I did read like the admissions. They said that it's required to get like a shop.
Okay, damn. Yeah. I didn't know that.
And I just read it like today. I was looking at like the major I was coming into. That's when I found out. Because I forgot like which majors I was applying to at which school.
Yeah, I think low key in the admission process, whatever major you choose is low key a big part in if they're gonna accept you or not. Because I had a lot of friends who coming out of high school, they had a better GPA than mine, and they didn't end up getting accepted to here. But I think it's low key based off of what major you choose. I feel like Long Beach needed a lot of business majors, that's why I got accepted. And the other schools, I think that's why they denied me because they didn't need business majors.
That's
So,
what we were just talking about.
yeah, I think it might be based off of the major you choose. If I would have known that, I would have lied and just said I'm doing something else and just switch when I get there.
So I really wanted to go to San Diego State, but I didn't accept it. So I was like, okay, whatever.
A lot of people want to go there.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I like
wanna
the
go.
campus, and I like. I think one reason why I really did want to go there is because like homecoming, they had like a court show, whatever it's called, like a yard show, and I just like how
Yeah,
it felt like being there and seeing it.
yeah. I wanted to go there. That was my top choice. Them and then Santa Barbara, but they didn't accept me, so I had to come here. Those are my top choices, though.
And you always knew what you wanted to major in, and you like applied to college. Like you wanted to know like the general field, or
It was a general field, yeah. But if I could go back, I would choose finance. I would go and do finance instead of marketing. I kind of figured that out like the last 2 semesters I was in school. I was like, damn, I should have did finance. But business was what I wanted to do though, for sure. But I low-key would go back and do finance and do it all over again. But it's cool.
are you gonna go and do grad school?
Probably not, just because a lot of factors like the cost. I was on financial aid, but I heard you only get it for 4 years. So if I go, the other 2 years, I'm gonna probably have to take out loans and stuff, which I'm not trying to do. And then I'm really not in that mindset right now. I'm trying to graduate and then take a break. So I know that if I do that, I'm probably not gonna even want to go back to grad school. And then especially what I'm trying to do, you don't really need to go to grad school. It depends what career you in. Like my friend, he just graduated. He's a sociology major, but he has to low-key go to grad school because he wants to be a counselor, and you need your master's for that. So what I do, I don't really need to go to grad school. So yeah.
I'm trying to think of more questions.
No, hey, feel free to ask. I'm gonna be here for a minute, so feel free to ask.
What did you say your social media was again? I'm sorry.
So it's T,
1 second. This is Instagram.
Instagram and Twitter.
So T
_ GOT _ the juice.
T got the juice.
Yeah.
Perfect. Alright, I just followed you.
Alright, I'm gonna follow you back when I'm done recording and
Yeah,
stuff.
sorry. Go ahead and finish filming.
Hey, no, if you have any other questions, like I'm here all day for sure. Like I don't have no time to be on, so y'all could.
Do you know where we should go next?
So y'all came down from upper campus. Y'all probably haven't seen the business building. The business building, it's like the big black building. It's on the lower part, so you could low key when you're done, you go straight this way, and then as soon as you see it, the pool right here, it's gonna be like an opening. You make a left, and you just walk that path straight down, and then just keep walking until you see the big black building. And then just like you could roam around in all this area. This is like the kinesiology area. And then have y'all been to the pyramid yet? The gym?
No.
So y'all can lucky go to the pyramid too. That's the basketball gym, volleyball gym and stuff. I don't know if they actually open inside, but you could just see it. The pyramid up close. It's low key pretty cool. And the rec center is also over here if y'all want to see what the rec center look like. It's not open. They're gonna be open next week, but you could still look from the door and see just how cool it is. That's low key solid. And then when you're done on the way back up to the car, you could go back to upper campus and just roam around there. The classes there.
Are your classes online?
Yeah, the past 2 semesters they've been online. Yeah.
How does that feel?
It's low key. I don't know. I feel like the professors just giving more work because it's online. Like they just giving us group projects and stuff, and now we got to Zoom with a group. So it's kind of harder in a sense just to stay focused because.
Do you feel like you're learning?
I'm teaching myself. I always taught myself, like, no matter, because they basically just read from the textbook, a lot of them, textbook and the PowerPoints, and I'll basically just go and read it myself, and there's really no need for them, but they just give the tests and stuff, in my opinion. Not some of them, not a lot of them, but I am learning. It's just whether you're gonna do it or not, because a lot of people do cheat without learning the material. That's gonna happen regardless. So, but I do just teach myself the material. Because I do find a lot of it interesting and useful. So it depends if you want to learn or not, honestly. Yeah. Any other questions? No questions?
That's what I could think of.
No. You had his IG, so, I'm pretty sure he.
Yeah. For sure. I like y'all shoes. Y'all got the same shoes.
Yeah, today. Yeah, she was like, let's wear our shoes. And I'm like, all right, cool. Let's wear them. Well, we gonna roam around. Maybe we come back and say hi.
For sure. I'll probably still be here.
To upper campus.
For sure.
Oh, how's the weather?
Oh, it's perfect. Better than any other place. It's right by the beach. You're literally right by the beach. It's perfect. And the dorms though, the ones on campus, they don't have AC, and they do get hot in the summer. Yeah. But the one off campus has AC. That's the benefit of the one off campus. They have AC. So everybody want to go over there in the summer, but. And all the other seasons they want to be on campus, but Beachside is cool because they do have AC and they have a pool. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like this school. I think it's like a mix of all the schools I've seen so far. Like the campus wise, it's not. Is it like a big campus?
Yeah, it is.
Not too small.
Like if you.
Santa Cruz is like way bigger.
UC Santa Cruz is huge. It was a great, beautiful campus.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one either.
It's
ginormous.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have housing mixed with the colleges right there, and then they have it where it's sections. So
Oh yeah. Dang.
wherever your major is, that's where your housing is at, the same place.
Okay.
It's like they have like 10 mini colleges all over campus for different majors, and so it's like you had your housing, you had your classrooms, you had your library, your study hall, like all in just one area, depending on what your study was, because the campus is so large.
That sounds like a good setup.
Yeah,
that
it's
sound
like it was a
nice
really
setup.
dope setup. Like I really like that.
Yeah.
Trees.
Like here, if you dorm at Parkside, if you have class on upper campus, like me walking, I walk pretty fast. Take me like 20 minutes. And if you catch a shuttle, it depends how often they come. I know my year they were coming like every 7 minutes, but after that, the year after that, they were doing like every 15 minutes or something. So you might have to walk if you do go on campus, but like it depends. The upper campus is the farthest from everything. So everybody usually, the parking lots are all over here because the parking lots on upper campus are for professors, not students. So all the students usually come from this side. And if you're walking fast, you could get there in 15, 20 minutes, maybe 10 if you're really running. But if you taking your time, you should low-key, if you got class at like 6:30 or whatever, just leave at 6 or something like that. So it's low-key.
They have those scooters on campus?
Yeah, they have scooters. I actually had a bike freshman year, but it got stolen. They cut through the lock and everything.
Damn.
Yeah, so it got stolen, but I was moving on the bike. I was moving.
Gotta take your will with you, shit.
Yeah, for real.
What's one thing you would have known when like come in become a freshman?
One thing I wish I would have known.
Or learn.
I wish I would have known like about what they teach in terms of business finance against like business marketing and business management. Because the reason why I switched so much because management it wasn't really teaching me how to be a manager. Like my first management class, it just went through a whole bunch of past theories of how to be a manager. Like, you know, they weren't teaching me how to run a business efficiently or nothing. And then marketing is interesting because it's more like the psychology side and how people think. So you get to learn of like kind of how to trick people into going one way and stuff, which was interesting. And but business finance was I would have wished I went that way, because that teaches you like what I'm trying to do, because I invest into the stock market and stuff. So that's what I'm interested in, and I wish finance I would have chose that, because I want to be like a financial advisor eventually, and teach our people about how they can make money and be smart with it. And I wish I would have chose finance, but even still, I have all these books and stuff I be reading, just educating myself. That's mainly what it is. No matter what you do in school, like outside, and whatever you want to do outside of it is going to be important too. Like if you want to read up extra time on whatever you're doing, you know, that's mainly what it is. But I honestly wish I would have knew, like, because I make music too. So I took a music class. They had a music engineering class because I engineer my own music, and I wish I would have known that before, and see if they had any programs or people that could help me, because there's not a lot of people that I know that I kind of needed like a mentor to show me how to do this stuff, because I've never met anyone who's invested to the stock market personally and has been successful, and I don't know any like successful music engineers or anybody in that business. So honestly, if you coming in, I would look for somebody who's been where you're trying to get to, because they can show you and help you, like with all the stuff that you're going through, life. That's mainly what it is, just life stuff, and any questions that you have, like the mentor would be there to help you. So wherever you go, if you could find a mentor for, if you want to do nursing or whatever it is, like just try to find a mentor for sure. Because if I would have known that, I would have been looking way earlier and trying to have somebody help me teach me this stuff, because it's kind of hard learning it on your own. So. But yeah, if y'all need some financial advice too, I got you. I'm not an expert in that. I'm not certified, but you know, like I have friends, I have family who just, I see them make some purchases, and I'm like, why you do that? Like it's be somebody who buy a car every year, and I'm like, what you need to do that for? Where's that car getting you? You know, but it's not kind of their fault, because our people are just not educated. You know,
so it depreciates as soon as you drive it off.
Exactly. I want to teach them how to invest into assets, stuff that can work while you're sleeping, you know. And I'm not trying to brag or nothing, but I was at the Pike on Saturday, and it was like 10 at night, and I got a notification on my phone of me making a transaction that I put in like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, damn, I just got this much money like in 10 minutes. And it's not a scam or nothing. Investing into the stock market is what I encourage everybody to do.
Yeah,
everybody.
We just signed up. We just signed up. We got a broker and a brokerage account, stuff like that. Like, granted, we don't know anything about it. That's why we went the BA way. But
because it is, stock markets go up and down.
It's very, very, very difficult.
Yeah, and usually what I recommend is, because the best type of investments are long-term investments. So anytime you investing into the stock market first, you want to do long-term investments. Usually long-term means like anywhere from 6 months to 2 years and past that. So basically, when you invest, you shouldn't be looking at your portfolio every single day, because you're going to be stressed out. The stock market fluctuates. It goes up and down. That's just what it does. So, and the other thing is, you want to buy companies at a good price point. Like, you can go and get Apple right now, but right now wouldn't be a good time to buy it, because it's been kind of expensive over what it usually is. And a lot of people don't know that. Like, if you go invest into the stock market, they just go and buy stuff. Then they see it drop and they start stressing out. Like, you just got it at the wrong price, you know? But I would just recommend, they have the companies that you know are going to produce revenue. And the acronym that they have is FANG. So you have Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, and Google. You invest in any of those companies and hold them over the years, they're going to grow. Like, I just treat my account like a retirement account, basically. I don't usually take money out of there. I just let it grow and let it grow. So when I'm ready to retire, which is hopefully within the next 5 years, then I can have a good amount of money, you know?
Are those assets that you have in, is it like a brokerage type of account that you put in, or do you have like an IRA? Do you have...
Yeah, I set up a Roth IRA account. Yeah, so you can go through, I have TD Ameritrade, and then I have Robinhood also, but with TD Ameritrade, I have a Roth IRA account, and they have a maximum contribution of how much you can put into the account. But basically, those are better because they don't tax those as harder. So if you were to just go sign up with a regular account on Robinhood, if you were to make $100, they'll probably tax you $30 of that, because the tax on those type of accounts, especially short-term investments, are anywhere from 20 to 30%. And then with Biden coming in, he's trying to actually raise the tax, so it might be a little bit higher. So yeah, if you did set up an account, you can change it to a Roth IRA, and those are taxed less heavily because they're retirement accounts. So you just let them grow. If you need to take money out of it, you could, but if it's a retirement account, I don't recommend it.
Yeah.
So.
We haven't touched ours.
Last year was a good year to do that. Though.
Yeah, they didn't have any penalties last year.
Yeah, no penalties last year.
So y'all haven't made an investment yet?
Oh, we have. Like, so we both have our 401ks in our retirement, and then we both have our brokerage account, which is monitored by someone else. Like, we check on it, we put in monthly.
Okay.
Well, put in bi-weekly, actually.
Okay.
That we contribute to, that they use and stuff like that. So, and I keep track of it, and I try to, like, follow along, but to be totally honest, I'm not savvy with that. Like, I'm savvy with, like, other type of investments. Like, I invest in shoes and I resell, kind of like the stock market. You see how it fluctuates, hold a shoe, sell a shoe type of thing.
Yeah.
But as far as, like, actual stock markets,
Okay. If you because I low-key wanted to start like some type of group chat, and I don't have no credibility yet because I'm not where I want to be yet, but I have seen a lot of progress since I started investing into the stock market. I feel like I made a lot of smart investments, and I literally see like what can happen if you invest, and especially like you said, if y'all doing it monthly. I'm telling you, like, if you do it monthly in the next 5 years, like, if you really wanted to not work, you could. And I truly believe that, like, if you invest into good companies every time you get paid, if you get paid monthly, once a month. And the other thing is your dollar cost average. So if you getting them at good price points, like I said, you can get good companies, but if you buying them more expensive, when they're more expensive, then that could kind of hurt you. But in the long run, it's still going to be a good profit. Like, it's still going to be a good profit. And I'm low-key thinking about starting like a group chat, and whoever wants to, if you ever interested, like, y'all could just, I think I'm gonna do it like on Telegram or something like that. If y'all ever interested, like, I could just send out companies that I think are good and at what price point I think you should get them at, and you could low-key control your own account. Like, you don't even have to have nobody else do it. All you gotta do is literally like press buy and then sell when you're ready to sell, and you can literally that's the main thing I be trying to educate people on, is just, I think everybody should invest into the stock market. Like, it's, if you, and a lot of people say they don't have the money and stuff, but
you need a lot.
but it's again, like, it's a lot of companies and stuff, or because I do what you call ETFs, exchange traded funds, and the funds are basically better than, in my opinion, than buying just one company, because these funds consist of the top 10 companies of like a specific sector. So I'll have a fund that has like Apple, Amazon, Tesla, Google, Netflix, all the companies are going to perform well because we use those in our everyday life. Everybody has an iPhone.
Exactly.
Everybody uses Google. And then, just kind of how they run their business is even beyond that. So, because I do the research on the companies to see if they're healthy. Like, I looked at their financial sheets to see how they perform over the past 5 years. I look at usually supposed to look at the CEO just to see like if they're going to keep the company running in a good direction. And after that, it's kind of the technical part, where you look at them on the charts and stuff. But a lot of people don't need to do that. I'm just interested in that, so I do that. And that's how I see what kind of price you should get the company at. That's what the technicals teach you, to see like if the company is more expensive than what it is, if it's cheaper than what it should be, if it's on a discount. And that's what I usually do. I just buy undervalued good assets and then see them grow over time. And that's the main thing I'm trying to educate people on. That's why I'm doing this video.
I'm gonna send you my info in your inbox on IG.
Yeah.
So when you start I'll because we own a business too.
Oh, okay. What kind of business?
We own a hair salon.
Oh, okay, for sure. Yeah.
Like, my thing is, like, retirement is definitely somewhere I want to just find place. Like you said, make it really work for you.
Yeah.
I always tell her that work smarter, not harder.
Exactly. And even if you still want to do nursing, you could. Like, you still have all that money on the side if you wanted to retire. And then it's low-key generational wealth. Like, if you do this for the rest of your life, your grandkids is gonna be taken care of, and then their kids is gonna be taken care of without a doubt. Like without a doubt. Especially you young, so like you got your whole life to invest, and that's gonna be crazy. Like you'll see a good year, you know, most of the time, unless we're going into like depressions and stuff. But even in falling markets, you can still make money. That's the thing. A lot of people don't know that. Yeah.
Last year, shit.
Last year fell, but if you got in last year,
Yeah.
If you got in.
Yeah. And then even recently, like the whole month, the beginning of March, the market was going through a little correction.
Yeah.
So like a lot of stocks were on discount, like Tesla,
oh wow.
Apple, you know, Amazon, and people who are not aware of what's going on, they start selling their stocks, and that's not when you're supposed to sell them. You're supposed to do the opposite. You're supposed to buy low and sell high, not sell it when it's dropping, you know. But they did that to cut their losses, which is understandable if they didn't really know what's going on. But now it's starting to go back up again, and that's when a lot of people who invested into it when it dropped are seeing a lot of progress.
Yeah, I know her and I are trying to do generational wealth for sure, but we're very not educated on where we're like. We had a conversation with someone. It's more of a trusted person that we're blowing trust with.
Yeah.
But it's not like we understand it. But it is in funds, so it's groups and
Yeah.
it goes through things, but it's definitely not anything that we truly understand the details to it.
We just knew her dad been working with him for like 6 years, and he's seen a tremendous return. So we're like, sure, we'll go with him.
But there's a lot of you see a lot more young people getting into it now, and really educating themselves, because we are all saying this, the stock markets were the rich people casinos over the past year and a half.
Yeah.
And they truly are, and so it's like a lot of young people are trying to get into it now.
Yeah, and that's y'all basically do funds. So y'all do the mutual funds, it sound like.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing. They invest into a whole bunch of companies instead of just betting on one company go up. And that's why you see a good return. Like even if 2 companies do bad, you still got the other companies that's carrying it, so you can get your good return. So that's basically the benefit of doing funds.
Yeah.
So it sounds like y'all already doing it right. So
we're doing it. We just don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
So I would love to chat with you and just maybe even get a Robinhood to play around with it, because you can do Robinhood with just like little money, just play just to teach yourself.
Yeah.
I think at least that's what I understand it as. Like you can get big on Robinhood, but I also see it as kind of like a gym to figure out what to actually do before you go bigger and different things.
And on TD Ameritrade, they have paper money. If you want to trade fake money, just until you get used to it, they have an option where you have paper money. So you don't have to, even if you make an account and stuff, you don't have to start trading real money if you don't want to, until you're comfortable with it. Yeah, and then you can see, you can still follow the market and see where the stuff goes, and then
And then you're just like, oh, I should
Yeah. Yeah, but then again, like stocks have bad months, stocks have bad weeks, so it's just the nature of the game for it to drop and fall.
Yeah.
But your good companies their main trend is gonna be up. Like you're gonna see them rise and rise. Like I had Apple for a year, and I've seen a pretty good return. I have Tesla for a minute, had a pretty good return, and those are stocks that I plan on holding for a long time. Unless something drastically changed, like those are stocks I plan on holding for a minute.
Yeah, I can see Tesla definitely getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, they hella innovative.
Yeah.
And especially, I think this is the best time for a lot of young people to invest, because I feel like due to the pandemic, it's a new way of living that's about to happen. So if you buy all these companies who are innovative and are ready for the change, then
solar.
Yeah, a lot of renewable energy companies, a lot of you have what you call fintech companies like Square, who own Cash App. So like your Cash App, PayPal's, and all those companies, I would definitely invest into those, because that's going to keep being a new wave. Zoom, they skyrocketed the past year, and they still gonna go up in my opinion. They're nowhere near their peak. I feel like a lot of businesses are about to use like cloud computing and stuff like that. And then,
Everyone was forced
Because
to
a lot
use
of
it.
businesses too are closing down their physical locations because they see it's cheaper
Yeah.
to have people work from home where they don't have all that overhead.
literally,
All the tech companies in San Francisco, Salesforce,
yeah,
they all
Yeah.
got out of their leases in San
Millions to
Francisco.
break
and
the
San
lease.
Francisco is hurting
yeah,
You know
because
that
of that, and it's a blow. But
Yeah.
they're just permanent work remotely now.
it's smarter on the business part.
Oh,
Smart on the
Absolutely. If we
business
could do that, we would too, but we can't.
Yeah, I'm like definitely, it's definitely smart to not have that overhead.
Yeah, and then based off of that, I invested into like these cyber defense companies. So basically, those are the people who like, you know, if we work for Apple and I'm meeting with somebody on Zoom that's in India, it's most likely whatever we talking about shouldn't be able to get out anywhere. So they got to make sure that whatever, if they on Zoom, they got to make sure their connection is secure, nobody's hacking them and stuff. So I invested into those type of companies too. Who
I actually didn't even think about that. Like,
yeah.
I actually didn't think about that. Like cyber security softwares and stuff.
It's actually really smart.
Yeah.
It actually really is.
And then like with the electric vehicles too. Basically, I invested into these lithium companies, and basically these companies mine lithium. So what lithium is, without lithium, you couldn't have electric vehicles, because in electric vehicles you have the battery, and the battery is ran off of the mine. Like you have to mine lithium to make the battery. So without lithium, none of these electric vehicles will be able to run. And basically why I did that is because Biden and then like a whole bunch of governments in other countries are giving people a tax incentive. So when you go buy an electric vehicle, when it's time for tax season, you're gonna get a little bit of return.
Yeah.
So a lot of their policies is pushing for like electric vehicles, renewable energy, and then even a lot of them are doing cannabis now. New York just legalized cannabis, which I also invested into some cannabis companies.
Yep.
So I feel like if you invest into lithium and just let it grow, because if electric cars need to be produced, then the demand for lithium is gonna go up and go up and go up, which means the price is gonna go up. So I feel like lithium is a good choice as well.
Is there a for cannabis? Is there a company? Is that just like a Robinhood type of account, or are they actually funds now?
So it's individual cannabis companies that you can invest in. It's a lot of ones like Canopy Growth, and I can send you the names if y'all just hit me DMs and stuff. They still have a lot of room to grow. They're not really big yet, but just based off of what I think is going to happen in the future, I invested into a fund that holds a lot of cannabis companies, and that fund is called THCX. That's the symbol for it. If you go on Robinhood or Google and look it up, it'll show you like the top 10 holdings in the company, like the top 10 companies that they have. And then even based off of that, you can go lower and see all the companies that they have in there. And you can do research on like each specific company that you see, just to see like how they perform and what kind of innovative things they're trying to push out. So.
Yeah, I didn't know about that, because I didn't know if they were open to, if they were companies that you can invest in.
Yeah, I just invested into it once New York legalized it. That's what made me invest into it, because New York is like another Cali.
Yeah,
Like,
it is. Yeah, it definitely is. Well, it was great talking with you, and
yeah.
I'm definitely gonna hit you up on DM, drop my info.
Yeah, for sure.
So whenever you start your little thing, or who knows, maybe we can figure something out business-wise.
Yeah.
Definitely interested. So.
For sure.
Thank
For sure.
you for chatting with us.
No
and
problem.
answering our
Thank you.
No problem.
questions,
Yeah. Nice meeting y'all.
Nice meeting
Likewise.
you too.
I'm the hardest nigga hopping on the beat. I've been winning, I can't let these niggas creep. I'm the hardest nigga hopping on the beat. You call it cocky, what the hell I'm supposed to think?